Everybody. All right, I just figured out how to get my Echo, my Alexa Echo, to uh, do whatever I want, to give it a new skill. And this is all based on partly the Amazon platform, AWS platform, and then also JavaScript. So I thought this was really cool and wanted to show you guys how to do it. So that's stoked. All right, let's share the screen and let's get started. Okay, so this is my screen here. Let's try this. First thing is you're going to want to go to developer.amazon.com, sign in. Sign in to the account that has your echoes because we're not going to be publishing this live to the world. We're only going to be keeping it within our ecosystem, so it's only going to know your echoes, which is kind of a good thing also. So you can kind of keep it private. All right, so sign in to your Amazon account. Go ahead and click on Alexa and then your dashboard. It's going to come here. If it's anywhere else, if it's like here, click on Alexa up there. Click on Get Started. This is one I've already had or I just programmed. Let's create a new skill. And this skill, let's say, is just going to get the current date information. Okay, so it's just going to tell us, we're going to ask it what's the day or what's the date, and it's going to be able to tell us that. Okay, but you could literally do anything that JavaScript can do. So, you know, you could have it do math for you or whatever. All right, so, but we're going to keep it simple in this case. So the name is just going to be current date, and our invocation name. So this is what we're going to say, like, Alexa, ask blank. So ask smart person. Let's try that. Smart person. But it literally can be anything you want. So we're just going to call ours or date genie. I like smart person. All right. So that's that. Make sure it's a custom interaction model. The rest of it just going to leave. So let's go ahead and save that. Then we're going to go to next. Then in our interaction model, we're going to launch the skill builder, the beta version. Now we're going to have intents. So this is kind of the front end side. Think of this as like the website, like buttons and stuff like that. Your intents are your voice triggers. Okay, so what it's going to trigger from. So we're going to add another one, and you can create whatever you want for this name. You can call it like date getter and create that intent. Now your utterances. This is what you're going to say. So remember, our invocation is smart person, so it's going to be like, Alexa, ask smart person what the date is.
Go to the skills section of the Alexa app.
You could create multiple utterances for the same skill. So you could say, yo, ask, yo, what date be it? Okay. Or tacos are good. It doesn't matter. It's just going to be listening for these utterances, okay? So then go ahead and we have date getter. You want to make sure you remember that. And then the rest of this, okay? Go ahead and save the model. Build the model. This takes a little bit, so maybe go get something to drink or whatever. It takes like a minute or two. I'm drinking Soylent. This is day one. God, you had no idea how addicted to food you are, and like in a good way, how much your body actually wants food until you stop giving it like edibles and you start just drinking. We'll see how long this lasts that I can actually just go on Soylent. I miss food. It's like, that's dinner. All right. Bear with me. Building the model. Okay, built the model. Cool. Date getter, all that. Now we're going to go over to configuration. Okay, so this is kind of important, or this is important. We're going to want to use the AWS Lambda. But what is our default? So the next step is, click this right here. But now for our default here, we're going to need to create our JavaScript, our Lambda function. So go over to aws.amazon.com, sign into the console. Doesn't matter what account you sign in under. So for me, I'm signing in under my personal. And then it's going to give you a bunch of the services. How anyone knows what all these services are, it's beyond me. But we're going to use the compute Lambda. Okay, click on that. And for Echoes specifically, for Alexa skills specifically, you have to be under North Virginia or EU Ireland. Okay, so you can't be on North California. So go ahead and click North Virginia. You can see one of my Lambda functions is already there. So let's manage Lambda functions. And then let's create a function. So we're going to create a different function than the other one. This one is going to be date wizard, whatever. It's going to be running on Node.js. So cool, right? All right. So if you don't already have a role, go ahead and click here and say create custom. Oh, sorry. We want to go over to Blueprints. In Blueprints, we want to type in Alexa and search. And you have 6 to choose from. I'm sure there's various different things that it does. For us, we're kind of just looking for like us saying something and it giving back a response. So that's kind of like a fact skill or like whatever. So we're going to click here. Now our name is going to be Date Wizard. And our custom role here, it's going to pop up a new window, kind of giving you this IAM management. Don't change anything, just say allow. Okay. So now it's going to change your existing role to be here. Everything else, keep the same for now, and go ahead and click Create Function. All right, so just to make it easier, we are going to, we're going to grab our trigger, which is going to be the Alexa skills kit. If you don't see this, you did not change over your server. So you need to be on US East, North Virginia, or EU Ireland. That's how you will see this. So you can see kind of the connection that's going on there, and we are going to add that. Awesome. And we are going to save that. Now we click back on Date Wizard, and you can see it's trying to give us this like various Lambda function that it's already created. I'm going to grab mine and kind of walk you through what each part does real quick. So look at this, it's index.js. It's just JavaScript. So go ahead and delete my sweet little responses I did for advent calendar. And we can even delete all of this because we don't need it right now for this. And this. And this. Okay. So we can even say that. All right, because really all we need to do is we're going to use the JavaScript built-in function for date. If you don't know what it is, just come over here and so console log date. Boom. You can work with that in a million different ways to get just the day, just the month, just the year, and all that other stuff. So for now, we're going to use this so that we can get the date so that it can tell us the date. Okay? So that's kind of what's going on here. We do require the Alexa SDK. Okay, so we are going to require it here so that we can use it later. I have created my own personal, this is not a part of the required stuff, but I've created my own personal responses here, object. So if I wanted to, again, call like a different one every day or something like that, you can do that within here. For ours, we are actually going to be, I think, is it an object? It doesn't look like an object. So we are going to try that out. Okay, we'll see. Maybe it'll tell me it can't do it. All right, so remember, so actually in our cases, we're not going to be changing our responses. The responses are going to be changing dynamically because it's already a built-in function, so we can just go with that. All right, so what does your Lambda function need? It needs to require the SDK. It needs handlers. And then we need to be able to actually call the create an Alexa object, register the handlers, and execute it. This right here, for now, I mean, I just learned how to do this, but this seems generic, like it's going to be a part of pretty much any kind of Alexa skill set. So just copy and paste this, just do that. What matters here is your handlers. So remember, our handler, we named, I come back over here, let's go back to our, sure, we'll save it for now. Let's go back to our interaction, save. All right, it wants an endpoint. I'm not going to give you an endpoint right now because we have to get that endpoint, so we're going to discard. And we're just going to go back to our interaction model just to show you our intent describer is called date getter. Okay, so we're going to want that. And we are just going to paste that right there so that it knows our handler, it's looking for date getter. Okay, so it's created an object called handlers. And the key that it's looking for is date getter. It also is going to be, it has its own built-in launch request. You can put that, you can not, but it's probably a good thing. So okay. So now it's going to use this and this to listen for these commands. When it receives those, it is going to output whatever is inside this .response.speak. This sets it up and this emits it. Okay? That's really it right now. But remember, you can do any JavaScript you want right there in order to get this right here to be whatever you want. You can also have multiple different intents. So this could be date getter, but you could also have advent calendar, you could have mathematical calculationer, you could have whatever, fun fact of the day, wizard, whatever. You can have multiple different intents that are all listening for different stuff. So, and not really listening, I mean, it's kind of like listening is not the right, but think of it as listening. All right, so for now we just have one. So we have this, and we are going to go ahead and save that. Okay, so all of that should be correct. We have all of that connected. Then what we're going to need is our ARN. So we're going to copy this right up at the top right. It's always there. We're going to come back to our skill set. We're going to go to configuration. Do you want to save them? No. We've already saved them. Okay, so now we're back in our configuration. We're going to click AWS. We're going to enter in our ARN into the default. Everything else can stay the same. So go ahead and click save. Click next. We can test it. What This was the only part that I had to remember. Like, what did I say? Well, I know I said taco is good. And as you can see, the server responded appropriately. So let's test it out. Okay, I called it smart person. Alexa, ask smart person, taco is good.
Let's figure out the date. Just ask me.
Okay, so she gave me my lunch. Alexa, ask smart person, taco is good.
Sunday, December 3rd, 2017, 4:36 and 47 seconds GMT plus 0, UTC.
Alexa, ask smart person, what date is it?
Sunday, December 3rd, 2017, 4:36 and 47 seconds GMT plus 0.
Isn't that so cool? All right, I'm done. That's it. Freaking awesome. You can make your own Alexa skills based on JavaScript stuff and have her ask her it whatever you want, whatever your intents are and your utterances are, and she will respond back with your JavaScript stuff. So cool. All right, that's it for tonight. I'm probably going crazy. Bye, guys. Enjoy.